everyone, and welcome to today's Drama Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. It's a late night here on We Shouldn't Sing. And also Cassie's doing Vlogcember, not Vlogmas, Vlogcember. So definitely go check out her videos if you really just know me. Go check her out. She's been uploading a little bit lately. And let's get right to it. So at Dante and Lulu's place, which I love, but again, I wish we would have gotten to say an official goodbye to the old loft because it was just such a huge part of who they were and who I used to be. But anyway, so Dante and Lulu, they're so happy, and I'm so happy, and they've been getting some gifts, aka liquor, and it's just like throwback Dante and Lulu because they get interrupted. So it's Laura. She has an envelope, and she got them a mini honeymoon package at the Metro Court for the night, like the whole 9 yards, couple massages, room service, like all of it. Nisha, do not attack your sister. So Laura calls Kevin, and he wants to cook for her tonight, and she keeps kind of putting it off, and he feels that she keeps pulling away. And she says she doesn't mean to keep putting him off, like she's just not ready yet, like she just, she can't, So Dante and Lulu head out on their mini honeymoon. Tracy comes over with a present for them, but they've already left. Laura's there. So Tracy really does love Lulu, and Laura thanks her for the support and guidance that she gave Lulu when she wasn't there. And Tracy wants them to have a drink together, which I think is long overdue. So Tracy asks about her and Kevin, and Laura says how she slowed things down, and she was worried about getting in too deep, and she doesn't want to be defined by a man again, and Tracy thinks she's possibly overthinking it, and Laura thinks she could be the kind of person who doesn't overthink it, but that's just who she is. So Tracy has an idea, and Laura comes back downstairs with now this fancy coat on, and I'm like, what is happening? And Tracy's going to watch Rocco, and it kicks Laura out and tells her to loosen up. At Nathan and Maxie's, Maxie is intent on knowing the surprise, but she's not going to know. Come on, wedding's like in a month. You can handle it, Just handle the surprise. Nina stops over, and Maxie is just, like, in a white shirt and black pants, and, like, it's weird not seeing her all, like, designered up, but I'm sure that white shirt is, like, probably Kanye West design white shirt or something like that. I kid. But seriously, I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It was just different. So Nathan asks where Nina was, and it doesn't take long to deduce she was with Valentine. So they warn her against Valentine, and she buys the self-defense theory, which partly, in fact, because Ava is the only witness to Valentine killing Nicholas in cold blood, and Nina wouldn't listen to anything Ava has to say, and Ava just goes on and about Ava, and like, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to the wrongs Ava committed against Nina and the wrongs Nina has committed against Ava, it's almost a stalemate. If not, I mean, I don't like Ava, but I feel like what Nina did to Ava was worse than what Ava did to Nina. With the whole, Ava, got involved in their marriage, and yes, had an affair with Nina's husband, and I'm not trying to belittle that, but Nina induced labor and stole her baby. So, I mean, when it comes to emotional trauma, I feel like, Nina needs to kind of get off the high horse a little bit, just a little bit. But again, me, I have a short-term memory where, like, I will forget things. So if I'm forgetting something huge that you're like, Carly, you sound totally wrong right now, let me know. So anyway, yeah, so she's totally buying into Valentine's story and is like 100% like into it, which I kind of don't understand because she was so, kind of strong before and like holding her own against him. So I don't know. I don't know why she's like putting all her eggs in this basket now. But I think we kind of do know why. So Nathan thinks Nina is blinded by wanting to be a mother to Charlotte. And she says she likes Valentine a lot and she likes his company. And she feels Nathan doesn't treat her like an adult. And I'm like, they're just trying to warn you. But, whatever. I mean, don't listen to Ava then. Listen to Laura, Kevin, Dante, Lulu, Sam, Jason. The list kind of goes on there. So Nathan apologizes. He didn't mean to belittle her, but she says she'll make her own mistakes and this one is hers to make, which I don't disagree with. I believe, yes, people should be left to make their own mistakes, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. At Windermere, Valentine and Anna are like so intense, and why is the WSB Academy so interesting to him? So he says that she's looking too much into what he said. He really just wanted her to look at him with open eyes, and she doesn't buy it. So the thing that Anna keeps saying is how his eyes look familiar to her, and someone in the comments, Yolanda, I looked because I do that now, has a theory that Stavros is Valentine. So the more I kept that theory at the front of my mind, then watching the episode, I was like, could they actually be doing this? Because, I don't know, there seems to be a few markers that are saying yes, which I don't know. I don't honestly. If that's true, I don't know how I would feel about that. To be quite honest with you, plot wise, soap opera wise, like plot twist wise, I think a part of me would love it. But logistically, with all this, I think a part of me would also hate it. So let's see which one would win out. Because honestly, I don't know. So Valentine won't mention where he spent his lonely childhood, and he goes on about like Shakespeare and basically seeing himself as a victim of slander, and he won't make the mistake of trusting the wrong person. So Anna leaves, but is like totally ready to just spar with him, and he says he feels that they may have been friends in another life, and I was like, maybe? So he takes out his, the box with the picture of Anna in it, and she's in front of the WSB seal, like when he unfolds the picture, like that's what's folded. At General Hospital, Griffin breaks up the fight between Franco and Tom Baker. Franco threatens to kill him, Tom Baker, not Griffin, and even attacks him again, like literally charges at him and attacks him. So he's making Tom Baker someone that, so almost like someone that needs to be defended, which is the opposite of what should happen. Like, don't make this guy a victim, let this guy be what he is and, shine a spotlight on that, but don't make him someone that someone needs to feel bad for or something, you know what I mean? And Griffin tells them both to calm down. So Monica, in another part of the hospital, needs Kevin's help. And it's like, what is this, like, secret thing she needs help with? And she gives him a box. What's in the box? We'll find out what's in the box. Calm down. So Monica winds up coming over to the Franco and Tom Baker situation. Monica knows him. Emily was her daughter. And she wants him off the premises right this second. And he's like, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. And it's like, cool, go get some lawyers, dude. So Monica apologizes to Elizabeth and tells Franco that he also needs to leave because there's a zero tolerance policy for violence, and unfortunately it does apply. Well, not unfortunately. It does apply to everyone. And at the very least, she has to suspend him for 2 days. So Franco is scaring Elizabeth right now, and maybe it's better he takes some time. And when she says that, he's like, oh, because the monster will always be inside. And, I think he takes a little more to heart than she meant, because I don't really think she meant that. So Griffin checks in with Elizabeth, is she okay? Well, she's trying to be okay, and she said that she wouldn't let this guy get in her head or ruin her life again. And, Franco's not helping the situation either. So at Arkham, Franco goes to a depressed Heather for advice, and he feels the darkness is coming up, and he doesn't know how to keep it in check. And, I've been binging Dexter for a few days, so, this is all sounding very Dexter-ish to me. So Heather's mad, though. She's got her own stuff going on, and she's in a considerable worse, visiting room, and he's afraid of losing Elizabeth. And Heather says that that's not the problem. Elizabeth is the problem. And I'm he's, I don't know how to explain it, but basically she's kind of bothered, At Kevin's place, Laura knocks on Kevin's door, and she doesn't seem to be wearing anything underneath the fancy fur coat. And when Kevin opens the door, he's dressed as Santa Claus, and, Laura's like, hey, and Needless to say, she's surprised and thinks she has the wrong place because Santa has opened the door and she's like, hey. A lot more than that though, but I'm wearing an undershirt, so like, hey. At Kelly's, Dylan can't believe that Kiki quit the Metro Court, and Kiki says it was painful for both her and Carly, and it's better like this. So he suggests that maybe she figure out what, maybe she wants to do with her life. Like, she doesn't want to just be a waitress her whole life, right? And she has no clue what she wants to do with her life because she never had a dream job because she never thought she'd need one, So he has to go, but they seem to be good. Like, they work good as friends, and, she can be around him, and that's a good foundation because I do truly believe they're meant for something more than friends. So Kiki is filling out a resume at Kelly's, and then she has second thoughts. Is this really what she wants to do? And she takes a career aptitude test, which I just randomly took too because I've been in my head about that too. So Anna comes in and talks to Nina. Nina is so on Valentin's side, like, I don't know, it just, yeah, I don't know how I feel. I'm still working out how I feel about that. And says they were both really lonely kids, and Anna's getting information out of her that Valentin wouldn't give her, and Nina's like, oh yeah, he went to boarding school and never went home from the holidays. And Anna's like, well, where was this boarding school, huh, Nina? Where was all this? At Lante's, Dylan drops off a present. Tracy's glad he repaired his relationship with Lulu, and she brings up Kiki, which I think is interesting because she's never a fan of him being with Kiki. At the Metro Court, Lante's so happy and I'm happy, and there's a knock on the door again, but this time it's room service. He got them beer, and it's the same beer he was drinking at Jake's when Lulu walked in and they first met, and like kind of tells that story, and then Lulu fills in the other details that he left out, where he was beat up by her brothers and all that. And those clips might still be on YouTube. I believe you could find them, but I'm not sure because it was a pretty good scene. I went back and watched because I started watching after that. I'd say I started watching religiously again about 2 weeks before Sonny shot Dante, because I actually didn't know that Dante was Sonny's son when he shot him. I only knew when Olivia came in and was like, oh my god, that's your son. And I was like, what? So it was kind of an exciting time for me to come back in religiously, although I do wish I would have seen more of Dominic Pirelli, was that it? Dominic Pirelli's time on General Hospital. Anyway, so now Kiki gets her results on the test and thinks that they make a lot of sense. So we don't know what the results are though, but I'm excited to see her start a new chapter in her life. Think she really needs that. So the task Monica gave Kevin was being Santa for the Toys for Tots drive, and he hopes that Laura didn't feel pressured or any way to do this. And Laura says that she was talking to someone who told her to loosen up, and Kevin says she's perfect as she is, and I'm like, okay, you're kind of adorable. Lulu and Dante want to make today the beginning. Dylan is trying to respect Kiki's wishes, and Tracy really does appreciate that, as do I, but she doesn't want him to give up pursuing, not pursuing, that's the wrong word, but, she doesn't want him to give up on someone he loves, basically. Nathan calls Nina to apologize, but she doesn't answer. Nina tells Anna that Valentin went to school in England, Bedlington. Nina is playing a game, and, like, honestly, I don't get it a little bit. Like, I don't know where all this loyalty is coming from all of a sudden. Like, could it really be because of Charlotte? I don't know. And Anna doesn't get it either. She's just as confused as I am. Anna immediately calls for information, boarding school in Bedlington, England. Valentin says Anna will have her answers when the time is right, so there are definite answers to be had here. Heather thinks Franco is about to burst, and Tom Baker is just a symptom of the problem. And Kiki is walking out of Kelly's. Tom Baker comes by and tells her she dropped something and goes to hand it to her, but there's like kind of lingering there. And then when she leaves, he follows her, and I was like, no. Nah, Kiki, no, please leave Kiki alone. She's been through so much. Don't do this to her. And this guy just is bad news. He just gives me the creeps. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's recap. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!